Yes, dear viewers, welcome you once again on today's live show organized by prominent consultant and Eid Mubarak to you all because just now we have completed Eid festival and definitely you had enjoyed this Eid festival in a very fantastic way, though it was a very different Eid for us because we could not go out from our home, we could not watch movies, we could not see so many things that we usually do in our regular life because the COVID-19 they stopped us to do all the things. So nothing to do. Actually, we need to be positive. We need to accept what the situation is in our life. So thank you so much. So for joining the live session, and definitely today we have a live session with one of our most that more oldest partner. I would say that the prominent has started their Canada journey with the support of Brock University, and we have been a long history of working with them. And today we have a live session with Brock University, a very fantastic public university based in Ontario and close to Niagara Falls and of course Toronto. So today we have a very special guest with us, Megha. Actually, she has been working with me since long, and she is frequently coming to Bangladesh, doing all the events. But now she has been connected virtually, and also a very new person with us from Brock campus, Ehima. So, who is the actually international engagement coordinator, and Megha is working as a manager of international recruitment South Asia. And Megha and Irma, would like to invite you and welcome you on this live session. So, would you please hear me? Can you please hear me?
Yes, Syed, I
Okay.
can
Okay.
hear
So,
you.
okay. Thank you so much for joining. Megha, would you please say hello to our viewers and introduce yourself?
Absolutely, Syed. Thank you first of all for organizing it and welcoming us for this session. Like you said, that we've been working with Prominent now for I don't know, like I think more than 5 years now. I think you're one of our oldest
4 years.
partners.
4 years exactly.
Yeah. And first of all, a very Eid Mubarak to all of you, all my friends, my colleagues in Bangladesh. Like Syed said, that I've been coming frequently. I wish things were okay and I could just sit on the next flight and come there. Syed, you know how close Bangladesh is, as a region to me. Brock has a very strong visibility in Bangladesh. We've got some excellent students that have come from Bangladesh who are currently studying at Brock. And,
Exactly.
we are so proud of the quality of students that we've got. I really miss all my partners. I really miss my colleagues, my friends. Thank you so much for organizing it. I know we can't come there physically, but at least virtually, we would be able to connect, with
Exactly,
all
and
my.
we miss you, and we miss you also, Megha. We miss you also, Megha, because you are always very fantastic and very supportive to us all the time. So, Hema, would you please introduce yourself and say hello?
Thank you so much for having me today. I'm very excited to be here. Eid Mubarak to everybody who's celebrating, and I hope you have the best celebration possible. My name is Ayima, and I'm the International Engagement Coordinator for Brock International Services. My role is to make sure that students have the smoothest transition from when they're leaving their home country and coming to Brock University, and also make sure they have like engagement opportunities once they arrive to Canada. We know that students have a lot of questions about COVID-19, and we're going to try our best to answer all those questions. Brock University has been working very hard to make sure that students, even if they're taking classes online, have the smoothest time at Brock University and they can get the full experience of coming to a good university like Brock University. So I look forward to
Exactly.
answering all your questions today.
Exactly. So you just be ready for the questions. I'll be asking you so many questions, Emma. Okay. So, and we'll be waiting for one of our guests, who is Amar, student ambassador, international student ambassador. So he'll be connecting soon with this live session. So we'll take him in our live very soon. So, Megha and Emma, before going to the discussion, the main topics. So we'll have a video of one of our student success story with Brock. So let's have the video with his parent. Okay, so let's have the video first and then we'll go for the other topics. Okay,
Sure, Syed.
thank you.
সো আমরা বেসিক্যালি এই এপিসোডে যেটা করি আপনাদের সাথে বিভিন্ন স্টুডেন্টদের তাদের গার্জিয়ানদের স্বপ্ন পূরণের গল্পগুলো, তাদের সাকসেসফুল হওয়ার স্টোরিগুলো আপনাদের সাথে শেয়ার করে থাকি। সো তেমনই একটা গল্প নিয়ে আজকে আপনাদের সামনে হাজির হলাম। আজকে আমার সাথে তাহির আছে এবং তাহিরের স্মার্ট আম্মু আছে আমাদের সাথে। সো আই হোপ আপনারা ভালো আছেন।
হ্যাঁ,
ভালো থাকারই তো কথা, তাই
জি
না?
অবশ্যই,
মন তো অবশ্যই
আলহামদুলিল্লাহ।
অনেক ভালো।
জি জি।
আচ্ছা, আমি তার আগে একটু পরিচয় করে দিই যে তাহির এখান বাংলাদেশ থেকে এ লেভেলস কমপ্লিট করেছে এবং ও কানাডাতে ব্রক ইউনিভার্সিটিতে যাচ্ছে কম্পিউটার সায়েন্সে। সো বলো তোমার অনুভূতি কেমন লাগছে?
অবভিয়াসলি খুব ভালো লাগছে।
স্বপ্নটা কি নিজের ছিল না বাবা মার ছিল?
স্বপ্নটা আমারই ছিল, বাবা মারও সাপোর্ট ছিল। তো সবারই স্বপ্ন গড়ে তুলে এখন সাকসেসফুল হলাম, ভিসা পেলাম। So I'm very excited.
You're very lucky কারণ সবাই কিন্তু সবার এই স্বপ্নটা পূরণ করার সুযোগ বা সহযোগিতা বাবা মার কাছ থেকে পায় না।
As all know যে কানাডাতে যাওয়া, ভিসা পাওয়া, একটা ভালো ইউনিভার্সিটির চান্স পাওয়া, ইটস টু টাফ। অ্যান্ড হ্যাঁ, অবভিয়াসলি আমি অনেক লাকি ফিল করি। আর আরো লাকি যে আমার প্যারেন্টস সাপোর্ট পেয়েছি আর প্রমিনেন্টের সাপোর্ট পেয়েছি, না বললে না হয় এটা। সো হ্যাঁ, I'm very excited and looking forward for my journey.
সো তুমি তো ব্রক ইউনিভার্সিটি যাচ্ছ, ইউনিভার্সিটি সম্পর্কে একটু বল যে
ব্রক ইউনিভার্সিটি হলো আপনার সেন্ট ক্যাথরিনসে, যেটা অন্টারিওতে পড়ে। আর এটা আপনার নায়াগ্রা ফলের খুব কাছাকাছি। আর আই থিঙ্ক এটা ওয়ান অফ দ্য মোস্ট বিউটিফুল ইউনিভার্সিটিস কানাডার ভিতরে। আমার খুব ভালো লেগেছে। আমি ইউটিউবে তাদের আপনার লেকচারসদের আমি কিছু ভিডিও দেখেছি অ্যান্ড আমার খুব ভালো লেগেছে। ক্লাস আমার শুরু এই জানুয়ারি 7 তারিখ থেকে।
তোমার কি কম্পিউটার সায়েন্স সাবজেক্টটা কি পছন্দের ছিল?
হ্যাঁ, আমার এটাই ইচ্ছা ছিল লাস্ট 3 ইয়ার্স ধরে। সো এটা এই সাবজেক্টও পেয়েছি, আমি আরো লাকি।
গ্রেট। সো একটু আন্টির সাথে কথা বলি তো, মানে আপনার কেমন লাগছে বলুন তো? মানে আমার মনে হয় স্বপ্নটা মনে হয় আপনারই বেশি, যে ছেলে বাইরে পড়াশোনা করবে।
আসলে আমার স্বপ্নটা কম ছিল, ওর বাবার স্বপ্নটা বেশি ছিল।
আচ্ছা,
তো এখন আমার ভালো লাগতেছে হয়ে যাওয়াতে। আর ওর সাথে আমি যাচ্ছি, এটা আরো বেশি আমার জন্য গুড নিউজ। হ্যাঁ, সমস্ত ব্যবস্থা অবশ্য সাইদ ভাইয়ের প্রমিনেন্টলি করে দিয়েছে।
আচ্ছা,
এই জন্য সাইদ ভাইয়ের কাছে আমি অনেক কৃতজ্ঞ। আর আপনাদের অফিসিয়াল যে যারা স্টাফ আছে তারা অনেক হেল্পফুল এবং সবাই খুব ভালো। সাইদ ভাই তো অনেক হেল্প করেছেই, তাছাড়া আমাকে বেশি হেল্প করেছিল মোসাদ্দেদ, যার কথা না বললেই হয় না। তামান্না আছে, মোসাদ্দেদ ছিল, সবাই খুব হেল্পফুল।
আপনি প্রমিনেন্ট থেকে খুব ভালো
হ্যাঁ অনেক ভালো একটা সার্ভিস পেয়েছি।
তাহিরের কি মতামত প্রমিনেন্ট সম্পর্কে কিভাবে জেনেছো বা তুমি কিভাবে তোমার
প্রমিনেন্ট অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমি জেনেছি আমার প্যারেন্টসের থ্রুতেই। এখানকার যে হেড সায়েদ আঙ্কেল, ওনার সাথে আমার হয়তো প্যারেন্টসের আগে থেকে পরিচিত ছিল। তো আমার আব্বু বললো যে একটু দেখ এখানে কি করা যায়। সো আমি আসলাম, দেখলাম। আর তাদের সার্ভিস আমি বলবো খুবই ফাস্ট, সুইফট, ইজি।
কতদিনের মধ্যে তোমার কমপ্লিট হয়েছে?
আমার 5 মান্থস লেগেছে টোটাল। আর ভিসা অবভিয়াসলি আপনার একটু বেশি টাইম লাগবে, প্রায় 1 থেকে 1.5 মাস। বাট ওদের কাজ তারপর খুবই ফাস্ট আর ইজি, ফ্রেন্ডলি। সবাই অনেক সাপোর্ট পেয়েছি, মনে হয় না ওরকম, তেমন গায়ে লাগে না আর কি।
তোমার যেসব বন্ধুরা তোমার এই ভিডিওটা পরবর্তীতে দেখবে বা দেখছে, তাদের উদ্দেশ্যে তুমি কি বলবে?
হ্যাঁ, আমি তাদেরকে বলতে চাই যে অবশ্যই এখানে আপনি দেখতে পারেন, একবার এসে দেখতে পারেন কিরকম সার্ভিস। আর এখানকার সবাই আছেই, যা লাগবে জিজ্ঞেস করেন। আর আমি মনে করেন খুব ফাস্ট। আর যাদের যদি গ্যারান্টি যদি ভিসা দরকার হয় বা কোনো ইউনিভার্সিটির অ্যাডমিশন পাইতে চায়, তাহলে কথা বলে দেখতে পারেন। ওদের অ্যাডভাইস, হেল্প, সাপোর্ট খুবই আমার কাছে ভালো লেগেছে। সো হ্যাঁ, দেখতে পারেন আপনি এখানে।
ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ তাহির এবং আন্টি দুজনের শুভকামনা থাকলো। তাহির তোমার জন্য অনেক
Thank
বেস্ট অফ লাক। অনেক ভালো তোমার সাকসেস আশা করি আমরা।
Thank you
so much.
থ্যাংক ইউ ভিউয়ার্স।
Yes, it was a success story of Tahir actually, and sorry, in trouble. Yes, so okay, we are connecting Amar. Hi, Amar.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, I'm doing well. Yes. So how is everything?
Everything is good. How are you? It's a pleasure to meet you.
We are fine, and we already have started live session. So would you please introduce yourself to all viewers, because we already have done our introduction.
Oh, sure, definitely. So hello everyone. My name is Amar Rikshandra Hardy. I'm from Sri Lanka. I'm going to my 3rd year here at Brock University, and my major is business economics, and I'm specializing in finance.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So, Amar, actually, we already had a success story of a student from Bangladesh, for Brock University. Actually, he's studying in computer science over there, and he's very happy. And he said about Brock, it's a very fantastic university. He has seen all the YouTube videos and all these things. But you know that when I am Megha is talking to the students, they are thinking that maybe we are representing this university. That's why maybe we are telling so much things about Brock, because but you are a neutral person, right? You are a neutral person because you have chosen Brock. You know that, I mean, from yourself, through your self inspiration. So actually, first thing I need to know from you that why have you considered Canada for your study destination? Could you please say something about this?
Okay, sure. So first of all, I'm a transfer student from Sri Lanka, so which means that I started my degree off in Sri Lanka, and then I had to transfer my credits to Canada. So I considered majorly three main universities. So I considered Brock University, I considered Carleton University, which is in Ottawa, and then I also considered Simon Fraser University, which is in Vancouver. But what Brock did was Brock accepted most of my transfer credits. Like, it made my my education in they considered my education in Sri Lanka because they offered me the most amount of transfer credits. So which means that I had to come here and only complete 2 more years. And another important aspect is that Brock replied to me in the quickest time possible, because I submitted my transfer credits. I submitted all my syllabuses of the courses I have done in Sri Lanka, and Brock got to me like in the quickest time possible. And they made me feel welcome by sending a pack of confetti to my house, and it was all like a dream come true. So that's one of the main reasons why I chose Brock University.
Okay, but another question was like, why Canada? I mean, there are a lot of countries like Australia. You could consider UK as well, USA as well. But why Canada? Why Canada you have chosen? What is the reason?
Right. So Canada is a very safe country, especially for international students, coming from abroad, because a lot of people consider that as a factor, when traveling abroad, about how safe the community is. And I feel like the Canadian community is very safe. People are very kind. It's a very diverse country with people from different countries, different ethnicities, and the main point is to respect them and to accommodate all these cultures. I feel like Canada has been doing a really good job in that.
Exactly. And dear viewers, actually, if you're watching this live video, please don't forget to share in your timeline, because the people who are interested for a study in Canada, so definitely they will be benefited through this live session. And of course, if you have any question, anything you need to know from us, definitely we people are here. So experienced people are here. Megha is there, Emma is there, Amar is there, who has the practical experience with Brock. So we'd love to answer your all question. So Megha, actually the thing is that Brock, definitely there are a few provinces in Canada, Ontario and some other provinces like British Columbia, Saskatchewan, and other parts of Canada. But Ontario is the most developed and the oldest province, actually it is said. And Brock is located in nearby Toronto and very close to Niagara Falls. So could you please tell me that about the location of Brock, and how is Ontario, and why people should consider the Brock? Look, I mean, in terms of location.
Absolutely, said. So I would say, like you already mentioned, Ontario is the most popular and populous province in Canada. And usually, in my experience for working with Brock, students from South Asia usually have two types of location preferences. One, they want a university within Ontario, because it again remains one of the most popular provinces with international students. And within Ontario, if you ask them where exactly in Ontario, they always want to go, to Toronto or close to Toronto. So I feel there Brock has a major location advantage, because number one, we are located in the Ontario province, and within Ontario, we're located right in the center of the Niagara region. So 20 minutes from the Niagara Falls. We are 30 minutes from the US-Canada border, and we are 1 hour from Toronto. So we are just there where the students actually want, the university to be at. Now, answering your next question, which is about why Brock. So I would say that, in Canada, all universities have a very high standard of education. But I also feel that, there are certain features that make Brock really stand out from the rest of the Canadian institutions. Of course, we have a major location advantage that we've just spoken about. Secondly, Syed, as you know, and in your experience in terms of working with Brock, we're a medium-sized university, and we're not very big, we are not very small. And what just Amar mentioned, so there's a lot of personalized support and attention that we give to every student who's studying at Brock. And I feel that's one of our biggest USP. In my experience with Brock for the past 3 years, I've come across so many happy students, and such great feedback that, that's something that I feel that is very, very important when you're selecting a particular institution. I would also want to take this opportunity to outline that we are ranked number 3 when it comes to student satisfaction by Maclean's. We are again one of the top 5 institutions in Canada when it comes to the most, offering the most diverse co-op programs. We offer co-op, with in more than 40 academic programs that guarantee you a minimum work experience of a year, and that's paid. Last but not the least, we have the highest employment rate, in Canada. So that's what I would say that, that's something that makes Brock really, really unique, amongst all the other options that, an international student has in Canada when it comes to pursuing further education.
Exactly. So I just need to go to Amar. Actually, Amar, that Brock is actually just 1 hour drive from Toronto. Maybe with traffic, it can take more time. It could take more time, a little bit, 1.5 hours. So, but people are saying that the St. Catharines, actually, it's not that much developed city. I mean, for the job opportunities and all these things. So would you please say something about the city of St. Catharines, how it is, and how students are feeling over there?
Okay, so to start off again, talking about employment rate, it's a fact that Brock graduates have a 93.8 percentage rate of employment rate right after graduation, which means that, especially for Brock students with students with a Brock degree, you have a lot of chances of getting jobs. And me personally, I am working in St. Catharines. I'm working for the campus. So Brock University, we offer a lot of student jobs on campus, where people have the opportunity to work and earn on campus. We also have 2 very large malls in St. Catharines, which offer a lot of jobs. And talking about how remote St. Catharines is, St. Catharines is beautiful in its own way. It has a lot of sceneries, a lot of hiking options. It's not a place where you have a lot of buildings like in Toronto. Because Toronto is more like the city life, business hub, and everything is in Toronto. But St. Catharines is more of nature. You just, you can walk around. It's very peaceful. It's a very calm community. And then in the midst of all that, you have the university right in the middle. So you can either go to you can go to Niagara Falls, or you can travel to Toronto, which is not that far away. So I feel like St. Catharines, for me, it's a very peaceful city, and I kind of find my peace in that city.
Exactly, and the US also is very, very close to St. Catharines, like 30 minutes from the campus, the New York City. So it's another advantage for students, and they can see the Niagara Falls, the most beautiful tourist destinations. Whenever they want, they can see. It's just a walking distance. I mean, it's just 20 minutes, I think, by drive from the campus. So definitely it's a good option for them as well. And actually, people, when they are saying that there's less opportunity for job and all these things, but last couple of days before, one of my student parents, she said that her son got job in Walmart. So definitely it's not like that. If you have capacity, if you are capable, definitely you could have a better opportunity over there. So just you need to check it out. So Megha, actually, the thing is that in Canada, most of the universities, they're offering undergrad programs in different faculties and all these things. So what are the I mean, what are the bachelor courses, undergrad courses are you offering, and what are the majors out of those courses programs?
So, Sayed, we offer courses across faculty. So, if you're looking for something related to applied health sciences, we have excellent programs related to public health, community health, child health, medical sciences. You have, kinesiology. If you're a student who's looking for something related to sciences and mathematics, you know that we have a range of courses that we offer in the field of computer science. In fact, we offer two very unique programs. One is computing and business, and the other one is computer science and mathematics. Now, these are combinations that you actually don't see in any other institution. And then, we also have programs related to environmental geoscience. Now, again, when it comes to the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, there is a vast range of programs again. So you have, psychology, you have programs in business communication. Tourism, again, is a very strong program at Brock. Media and communication for all the students who are looking to do something related to mass comm. And, the list goes on. So if you're a student and you're looking in terms of doing something in dramatics and music, we have that as well. Now, last but not the least, our business school, Goodman School of Business, and you have been, Sayed, working so closely with the Goodman School of Business because you've been doing, applications for our MBA program and BBA. It's amongst the top 1% business schools in the whole world. It's amongst the top 10 in Canada. It offers the BBA program and Bachelors of Accountancy, which are our top-notch programs. So there is a program for every field that you can think of. And I think that's something that, again, makes Brock very unique, because usually you see institutions either focusing a lot on engineering and computer science and business-related programs. But, sometimes when students come to me, they are very hesitant to ask me that, do you have something related to music? And the minute I tell them that, yes, we have a bachelor's program in music, they actually sometimes don't even believe it. So, a lot to offer, all the information is there on the website. I would really encourage students to go on the website because there you can go through the undergrad calendar, see the course structure. These days we are doing, a lot of virtual campus tours of Brock. So again, it's a very unique opportunity for students to go and see the campus because, of course, physically nobody can do these kind of things right now. But virtually, Brock is making a lot of things happen right now. There's a lot going on our social media handles. There's a lot going on our website. So through the medium of this particular session, I would really encourage your viewers to go and visit our social media platforms for more information.
Exactly. And I would like to mention some more things with Megha, that I'd like to add some more things that Brock, except engineering, if you look at the Brock programs, all the programs they have very fantastic bachelor programs like Bachelor in Public Health, then Neuroscience, then Medical Bioscience, Biochemistry. They have music, they have film, they have tourism, they have business. Whatever. You name it, you have it. So they have a lot of programs in Brock in terms of bachelor. And honestly speaking, sometimes you are comparing with us about the fees and all these things. Definitely, we'll talk about the fees structure. But honestly speaking, if you compare with the fees of Waterloo, University of Toronto, so it's like even it's less than half. Like if you look at the University of Toronto fees, it's like that 60,000 or more than 60,000 Canadian dollar in a year, and in Waterloo as well, it's more than 50. But in Brock, you can start it within 25. So in terms of quality, in terms of location, in terms of the branding, so the fees is really affordable. You just need to check it out by yourself and need to think properly. You need to research and then you need to apply. So Megha and Amar and Ehma will have a video of Brock University. Let's have the video first, and then we'll come back with the rest of the parts of our discussion. Is that okay? Okay. Let's have the video. We have a very fantastic video of Experience Brock. Yes, very colorful campus actually Brock is having. So Hema, actually you have connected from St. Catherine's from the campus. So how is the condition? How you are facing the COVID-19 situation in Ontario and in your campus?
Thank you very much. Just like everywhere in the world, we're all dealing with COVID-19. Brock recently announced just yesterday the plans for the fall semester. So majority of classes are all going to be online for the fall semester with a few exceptions for like some labs. But students will be notified if their classes are going to be in person, for majority of the classes will be online. So the university is working very hard to move all the classes online. So we have like a lot of like support for students, if it's like academic support to move online, if it's language support to move online. We recognize that this is a different time for everybody, but we just have the full support to assist students with online learning. So we also have course registration opening up in the beginning of July. So students will make sure they check their Brock email because information about how they can register for classes will be sent to them also. But yes, online learning is going to present some challenges, but Brock University is fully ready to assist students with the transition to learning online.
Okay, but students and parents are very confused about the online system. Like they are saying that we are paying the same amount, the same fees if we go to Canada and study in the campus, and we are paying the same fees for the online courses because university is saving a lot of money through online classes. So what do you think about it? I mean, student will get in online classes the same thing exactly they will do in classroom?
Yes, so you're still gonna be able to learn from world-class professors. You're still gonna be able to get like the full experience. You're still gonna get the Brock credits, right? So once COVID-19 ends, the credits that you've taken online, these credits will still be applied to your Brock degree. So students don't need to worry about like a drop in quality. We're still gonna maintain the high standard of classes that students are used to and what people know Brock University for. We're still going to have like engagement opportunities online to interact with students and just make sure that students still feel as part of the Brock community. One thing I can tell you is that like the Brock International Office, we're going to launch a global peer program in which we match students from the same region. So you have like an upper year student from India, match with like a first year student from India, so that way they can form a sense of community. So overall, I understand students who are concerned about cost and stuff like that, but the university also offers a lot of like financial support to like international students through like scholarships or bursaries, so students can still apply for these scholarships. So that those things, the university has invested a lot of money to make sure that students can access university financially.
Exactly, and they're also confused that okay, I need to go to Amar. Actually, Amar, I think you already started online classes, right, with Brock?
Yes, I have. Yes.
So how is the experience with you?
So the online classes with okay.
Yes,
so the
yes,
online classes.
I just need to add some more thing with my previous question, that the thing, how many hours you need to do the online classes and how you are enjoying the online classes, how it is.
Okay, sure. So it depends. Okay, first off, the transition from learning in class to online was not that easy, because you don't get to like socialize with your students. You don't get to have group studies, study together. The transition was definitely very tough for me, but as long as you have proper time management, you can definitely work through it. I know we're all facing this issue together. It's best if we stay home and do our online classes properly. And another thing is that it depends from lecture. It depends from like each lecture, because some lectures we have a set time, like every week the lecture is going to be from like 9 to 12. Some professors, they put up a video and you can watch it like anytime throughout the week. So it's always best to have that proper time management and know when your lectures are, so you can just log in and watch your lecture at that particular day, which makes it a lot easier.
Okay, so that's a fantastic option actually. The student have the freedom to do the classes. Sometimes you will have the structured classes, like the video already it has been made, so you just need to follow the classes. And definitely students, it's a very good option. You can save your money for your living expenses when you are doing classes online, and of course that you can have food with your family, and you can have the mom's food as well, and you can do your classes from home itself. So it's a very fantastic way. You just need to think positively, because the money you are saving in the first semester through online classes, the things can be used for your next semester fees. So it's a very fantastic option. You should take positively this matter. And definitely university is not saving any money through this. They are investing a lot, because they need to set up a lot of things to do the online classes. So the quality, the branding, everything will be same, just you need to do the classes in virtually. So Megha, let's come to the point of the courses. Actually we have talked about the courses and all these things, but just we need to know about the entry requirements of all bachelor program, about the academic average and the IELTS, and any alternate solution for IELTS, as people are not going to do the IELTS right now. They are not able to do the IELTS. Yes.
So, Syed, when it comes to Bangladesh, we see two types of curriculums. One is the HSC and the other one is British curriculum. So, if I talk to you about HSC, as you already know that if a student has a GPA of 4 and above, he is usually eligible to apply for, most of the undergrad programs at Brock. Of course, for programs like accounting, BBA, we look out for a, higher GPA score. But I think if you have a GPA score of 4 and above, for most of the programs, you're able to apply. When it comes to British curriculum, you are looking for either minimum 2 A levels at grade C or better, or 4 AS at grade C or better. So it's pretty straightforward. In addition to the academics, we also have English proficiency test requirements. So we accept the most popular test that we accept is IELTS. So you need to have an overall score of 6.5, not less than 6 in any of the individual bands. We also accept TOEFL. There the minimum score is 88. We also accept PTE. There it's 58, which is the minimum score. Now, in the current scenario, like you rightly mentioned, that students are not able to do, IELTS. There's an option for them to take the Duolingo test. So specifically for the upcoming fall 2020 intake, we are encouraging students to give Duolingo, and there the minimum score that's required is 110.
Okay, that's fantastic. And I think you also have the transfer options for students, the transfer credits options. So would you please explain this matter?
Yes. So of course we accept transfer applications, and you have a live case here. Amar is from he's a transfer student for us. And as you're already aware, because you deal with a lot of Canadian institutions, the process of applying for a transfer into a particular Canadian institution, it might take a lot of time. Most of the time students apply, and a lot of partners come back and tell me that when we apply to other institutions, the applications are stuck, there's no reward. Fortunately at Brock, things have kind of like really moved. We accept transfer applications. As you're aware, early in the year, we've signed up MOUs with two of your most prestigious institutions, Independent University of Bangladesh and North-South University, with an objective of giving this platform to students to apply in case if they want to further continue their studies at Brock. So yes, we do. And every application is taken up for assessment on a case-by-case basis. So it's not that we can give you like a admission criteria for it, but definitely we encourage you to apply if your GPA score is, if you're maintaining a GPA score of above 3, you're encouraged to apply. Once you apply, the admissions and the respective faculty evaluates your application, and if they are able to do mapping and if they are able to recognize certain credits, that's when the transfer happens. And interestingly for Brock, our number of transfer applications have been increasing, specifically from Bangladesh in the past 1 year. So that's like very positive, and I'm seeing more and more students applying for transfer applications at Brock, which I'm very happy about. And I really encourage, all the students and parents and, even my agent partners to at least consider Brock when they're looking for this kind of option.
Exactly. And I would like to also request to all of our students that if you are passing from a good university, like if you have completed 2 or 3 years in your university, like North South, IUB, East West, or BRAC, or some good universities, it could be public as well. So if you are finishing like 2 or 3 years in Bangladesh, and if you have a good CGPA, like it's like preferable, I mean more than 3 out of 4. So if you have such kind of result, definitely you can consider BROC for your transfer options. Definitely we could help you for the transfer options as nominated agent of BROC. And definitely we are talking about mostly about undergrad, and I will just have a quick discussion about masters. Yes, we are also accepting masters program which are ISP, like course based program, like MBA, master in professional accounting, master in material physics, master in education, and of course master in applied linguistics. So all these programs are only, they have the fall intake, which is every year fall intake class starting from July and August. So maybe with Duolingo it is not accepted because it is in the September intake, next fall intake. So you must have IELTS. And for fees structure, entry requirements, and all these things, please contact with prominent consultants, so they will be helping you. So Emma, actually I'd like to go to you. Actually, Niagara is is known as the second largest tourist destination in the world, and it's the most beautiful place so far we can see. So how the Niagara Fall and how people are accepting those who are studying in BROC, and how the community of Niagara, would you please say something about this matter?
Thank you very much. Like your first point, Niagara is one of the best tourist places to go to. I'm sure Amar can speak to this, but like we've been to Niagara Falls so many times because students always get excited to go visit Niagara Falls. And but like Brock University is located in St. Catharines, which is about 15 minutes away from Niagara Falls. And the good thing about the city of St. Catharines is like it feels like a family, it feels like a community. They're not. It's not a very large city, which like if you're left out, you can get to like socialize with people in the community. You can get involved with the community. There are a lot of like local family-owned restaurants in the community. So people who like to experience like the family culture, I think St. Catharines is a great place for you. Additionally, St. Catharines has a very affordable cost of living. It's about 67% cheaper to live in St. Catharines than it is to live in Toronto. And additionally, like I said, vibrant cultural community. It's a very inclusive community that accepts people from different religion, different backgrounds, different nationality, because you get to see other people who have the same religion or same cultural background as you. And then finally, the central location about St. Catharines is about an hour away from Toronto, or about 30 minutes away from the United States. If you're somebody who likes to explore different places and you want to go check out the States, you want to go check out Toronto, you have the ability to do that just like one bus ride away or one car ride away from St. Catharines. So those are some of the cool things that we are offering St. Catharines, and that's why some people, once they're done with Brock University, they end up staying in St. Catharines for the rest of their life, right? Because they're very welcoming community.
Exactly. So we'll have a video that how people are feeling about Niagara. So we'll have the video first about Niagara. Okay. So then we'll come for the next topics. So let's have the video.
I love the beauty and the scenery of Niagara. I know it's kind of cliche, but my most memorable experience was visiting the Niagara Falls. As a kid from Kenya, I only got to see the falls through TV. So going to see the falls for the first time in person was truly a breathtaking experience.
There's always something fun to do.
With Niagara Falls in our backyard,
Toronto and United States just a quick drive away.
There's no shortage of fun things to do.
I just love how supportive the Niagara community is. My favorite experience so far was my first volleyball home opener. Experiencing the community come out to support our team and having everyone join together to sing the national anthem gave me goosebumps, and it was truly an amazing experience.
I love how safe and connected Niagara feels.
You can rely on transit to get you most places safe and sound, even late at night.
Niagara truly feels like a home away from home. My favorite memory in Niagara was the Grape Stomp. It felt like Holi, the festival of colors, but with a Canadian twist.
So what are you waiting for?
Come to Niagara and make your own memories here.
Yes, we'd love to make some memories with Niagara. So definitely. So Amar, actually the Brock is said the number 3 for student satisfaction. So are you satisfied? So you need to switch on your mic. You need to switch on your mic. Yes.
Okay, okay. Actually, I'm more than satisfied because when I first came to Brock, which was 2 years ago, I couldn't find anyone that was Sri Lankan in the university. So what I decided to do was, in order to, I knew that there were Sri Lankans, but I just couldn't find them. So what I did was I opened up a club in my in Brock University called the Sri Lankan Student Association. And as soon as I opened the association, I found out that we had around 10 to 15 students in Brock University who I did not know of. So right now this club is running. And also we have a student association called the Bangladeshi Student Association, which is it is a student-run organization. It's run by students. It promotes culture, cuisine, a way of life with like different cultures in the university. And recently we had, so every year we have an event with the Sri Lankan Student Association, the Bangladeshi Student Association, Pakistanis, Indians. We have a collaborative event, like a South Asian cultural event where we just come and showcase our talents. And we have a lot of people around the whole Niagara community coming and coming for the event. So I feel like Brock University is a very diverse community. You have a lot of students. I'm sure you have a lot of students coming down from Bangladesh too, and different cultures.
Exactly. Actually, the people's satisfaction is most important, the vital part in our study journey. Because if we are not satisfied, then we cannot continue. Because sometimes we are looking for the top ranking university. So many things we are considering, but after all, we need to consider about the student satisfaction, where we can get the things whatever we want. In power, as per our expectation. So Amar, could you please figure out 5 or 6 points that, because the reason behind the satisfaction. What are the things actually you loved in Brock, and any kind of negative side as well, if you could mark out that uh, we can see if you have any negative parts as well of Brock. Could you please say something?
Okay, so this is about my student experience, right? So
Yes.
So the negative, let me start with the negative parts part first. The negative part was when I came to St. Catherine's, I didn't know anything about Brock University, and I didn't like, it was my fault. It was not the university's fault, where I didn't research a lot about the university, about the diverse communities and stuff. So when I came to the university for the first few, I would say for the first month, I felt kind of alone, because I didn't have people in my culture to move around with and to get comfortable with. But as I started university, I opened up a new club, I got involved on campus, and then it just takes a lot of your time. You become you get to socialize around with all the people, and actually it's a great time. And and you asked me 6 reasons as to why I think the student satisfaction is great in the university. So one thing I would say, we have a lot of events in the university to cater to our needs, cultural needs. And especially me being a Muslim, Brock University, we have our own prayer room in the university. That caters to everything. So we have a meditation room, we have a prayer room for all types of religions, for people who want to meditate, for people who want to pray. And talking about food, so we have an auntie from Bangladesh who lives in St. Catherine's.
Wow.
who provides meal plans every day for $200.
It's like a family. It's like a family food, no?
Yeah, it's like a family food, and they come and deliver right in front of your doorstep. Because I don't know how to cook, and I still don't know how to cook, being in Canada for 2 years. So I totally rely on this. Yeah, I should learn how to cook. So I totally rely on this auntie who comes and gives me food every day, and the food is filling. Like, you can have that food for for 3 meals, because she gives a lot of she gives rice, naan, and then there are sabzis and different varieties of food. So I'm sure many people might be scared, they're scared to live alone. But for me, I got rid of that fear as soon as I met these people, and they made life very comfortable in the university.
Yes, yes. And Amar, do you know one thing, that I studied in Bangalore, and most of my roommates were from Sri Lanka. So actually, I love the people from Sri Lanka. They are very serious in study. They are very serious in career. They are very focused in career, like you. And the things you have mentioned, actually, first thing from Bangladesh or from some countries, when they are going to some international platform, so they are feeling like, that they are feeling something, that uncomfortable, like homesickness, they're happening. So the thing is that when the days are changing, when they are mixing up with the people, they are being socialized with other people, they are mixing up with different country people, so everything would be fine. So that things they need to keep patience for that matter. And definitely Brock is such a platform, I can see, very colorful, very diverse. So it's a very fantastic platform to study over there. And student, yeah, they're happy. We can see all time the happy faces from the students. So the Brock campus is very beautiful. I can see very green. I mean, the green atmosphere. I mean, how about the campus, the natural beauties and all these things? How do you enjoy that, Amar?
Okay, so I usually I wake up in the morning. Usually I wake up for Fajr, to be honest. Okay, so I wake up at like 5:30 in the morning. What I usually do is I make myself a cup of chai, and then I walk out because the sunrise in St. Catherine's is very beautiful. And right next to the university, you have a lake, like right beside the residence. So I walk around with my friends during that time, and I just go there, sit by the lake, and just enjoy the sunrise. And especially during winter, you have like deers that's kind of there because it's full of it's surrounded by it's kind of like the university is located. I mean, how do I say this? It's more like a conservative area.
Okay.
So you have deers walking around, which is very nice to see, because you don't see that. I mean, you see cows back home, you see a lot of other animals back home, but it's very rare to see a deer walking around. So I kind of enjoy most of my time like that. I just sit and enjoy nature.
Okay, that's the thing. So really, when I can see the picture or the videos of Brock campus, it's really beautiful, very natural, and very truly, the people should love this. So Megha, just let's come to the point of the tuition fees structure of undergrad programs, and what are the tuition fees you are offering, and how is the payment policy, the deposit policy, and the payment system, and of course the scholarship scheme that you are offering for students.
So, Syed, our tuition fee for the undergrad programs range anywhere between 26,500 to 27,700 Canadian dollars. To that, you should always add the mandatory ancillary fee, which is around 2,500 Canadian dollars. Now, I would really want to outline one thing here that usually you don't see the component or mandatory ancillary fee listed down anywhere, in a lot of Canadian institutions that I've come across, but Brock has been from the very beginning being very transparent about it. We don't like that component to show on the offer letter as a surprise to the student. So our fee, I would say, would range anywhere between 29 to 30,000 Canadian dollars per year. That's our annual, fee, and then the detailed structure is again available on the website. In fact, one of the slides that we shared with you, I think there would be information about that as well. Now, we do offer a lot of scholarships and student awards as well. So there are automatic admission awards. So when you talk about our Brock Scholars Award, so that ranges anywhere between 1,000 to 4,000 Canadian dollars. This is per year if you have an academic average of anywhere between 80 to 100%. And the beauty about this particular award is that it's renewable. And then also, like if I'm a student and I've got a scholarship, if I had 80% and I've got like 1,000 Canadian dollars, and I come to Brock and I really perform really well in the first year, maybe I get an academic average of 93%. Then not only am I able to renew this particular award, but I'm also able to increase the amount. The maximum goes up to 4,000 Canadian dollars. So the maximum Scholars Award that we are looking at is around 16,000 Canadian dollars, for the complete 4 years. Another automatic admission award is our International Curriculum Award. So if you're from an international curriculum like, British curriculum, if you've secured like an overall C, then again you get an automatic 1,000 International Curriculum Award. And both the Scholars Award and International Curriculum Award, they reflect on the offer letter. So you're actually not filling up any additional application for it. Apart from it, through the One App feature on the student portal, there are a variety of student awards that the students can, apply for. So Amar is our international student ambassador, and Amar, maybe during
Yes,
some
yes.
time, you can talk about, how did you, because he's a recipient of that particular award, and it's actually a very prestigious award. There, the amount of the award goes up to 20,000 Canadian dollars. Of course, it's a very competitive award, but again, this award gives you the chance to be a part of this, excellent group of selected students who are representing the international student community, at Brock. We also have an international education fund, Syed. So if you're a student who requires any kind of financial assistance, you need to apply through the One App and fill up an application for it, and you can mention the reason as to why you're looking for financial assistance. So so that's another award that I would really encourage students, especially those who are looking for some kind of a financial assistance. And it comes, it's kind of like become more active in the current scenario. So that's a bit about our scholarships and student awards, that we
Exactly.
have. And maybe Amar can definitely elaborate on the International Student Ambassador Award.
Exactly. Before going to Amar, we'll take a question on of our student that Shahriar Alam. I have seen your details. You are looking for MEd Master of Education program, but you need to improve your IELTS reading part. You need to get 6 instead of 5.5, and they have a program in July intake. Not in January, February. So you just improve your IELTS and just contact to us. Definitely you could be eligible for a Master of Education. And Mashfa is saying it's really great to know all of your experiences, gonna help us a lot. Yes, Mashfa, so connect with us so you can know more about Brock University. So Amar, let's talk to you. The thing is that actually we know that the Brock has entrance scholarship, so people are getting automatically based on their CGPA. But you know that from South Asia, people from South Asia, they have some limited budgets of studying in Canada, Australia, in such kind of rich countries. So they are preferring to have some more scholarship. So I mean, first of all, I need to know which subject you are studying over there.
Okay, so my major currently is business economics, and
Business
I'm
economics.
specializing in finance.
Okay, so what are the other opportunities of awarding or scholarship opportunity that student can easily avail, and what in that case what they should do actually? How should they take preparation for other scholarships?
Okay, so what I would say is the scholarship I got last year was the International Student Ambassador Scholarship. So this scholarship is, to be honest, I never knew about this scholarship until I came to Brock University. So this scholarship is awarded usually to like 10 to 15 international students every year, and it's like an annual scholarship. So you have to apply for it every year, and the people who get the scholarship basically are the people who exemplify the mission and vision of the university as a result of like high academic achievement, and if you engage more on and off campus, if you do more to your community. So you can be like an incoming student, you can be a first year student, you can even be a second student, you can even be a master student, because this year we had a recipient of the scholarship who was a master student. So you can apply to this scholarship at any given year. And obviously as ambassadors, we get to work with like Mega, Ahima, who are like very talented people, and meeting prospective students around the world, sharing our Brock experiences and what we have gone through so far in the university.
Okay, and I think, do you have a co-op in your program? Do you have?
Okay. So my program, I have a co-op option, but I'm not right now. I'm not in the co-op option because co-op is a very good experience, but there's a co-op law. It's a regulation that you need to have 5 credits, below 5 credits to get into co-op. But I exceeded the credit. the credit limit. So I have 7 credits right now. You still can get into co-op, but I just prefer just to finish my degree as soon as possible.
Degree as soon as possible, yes.
Yes.
So maybe I just forgot to ask you about co-op. Actually, it's a fantastic option in all Canadian public universities. They're offering very fantastic co-op options that full-time work experience during their education. So would you please say something, because I know that Brock has co-op in most of the programs. So would you please say something about co-op and how it works and how many terms they are getting? And could you please say something about this?
Absolutely, Sayed. I feel co-op has been one of the strongest features of Brock University. As I mentioned, we are amongst the top 5 Canadian universities when it comes to offering the most diverse co-op programs. Like you rightly said, we do offer co-op in a lot of programs. So when you talk about programs related to computer science, public health, BBA, accountancy, you look at the psychology program. I think we are the only university in Canada that has a co-op option with the psychology program. Even our tourism program comes with a co-op option. So yes, we do offer co-op in most of our programs. And I think that, again, it is very, how it actually helps the student is, number one, it gives you the practical exposure. Secondly, it's pay. So so the average wage, if you're doing a co-op term, is anywhere between 18 to 25 Canadian dollars per hour, which is pretty good. You're able to take care of your living expenses for the term that you're doing co-op. And third, Syed, Brock has a track record that more than 95% of our students, end up finding employment with the co-op partners themselves. Right. So that's about the co-op at Brock. We usually have 3 terms. So the total co-op period is minimum 1 year, divided into 3 terms of 4 months each. For most of the programs, the co-op usually starts from the second year, right? So it's integrated in your main program itself, and it's a fantastic opportunity. And students who do co-op, they've come back and they've shared excellent feedback. You see them working in all, in companies relevant to area of study, which is something which is great. We are coming up with co-op, options with more and more programs every year. So it's not that it's going to be limited. The programs that don't have co-op, again, the faculties are very active. So if I'm a student and I'm doing business, communication, and my course is not a co-op program, but I always encourage students that, keep watching the LinkedIn, page or blog, because most of the time there's so many openings coming in for internship opportunities. Keep a connect with your professors, because a lot many time, you can actually, work under your professor under the research project. So, our experiential learning opportunities are actually not just restricted to co-op. There's a lot that's happening, seminar style of, learning. You talk about, internships, you talk about research projects. Last year, for example, we offered more than 24,000 experiential learning opportunities to our, students, which I think is great. So that's a bit about, co-op and the kind of opportunities that we offer to students. We actually really believe in taking the students beyond the classroom experience, to be very honest. Brock is a university that actually truly believes in that. And I think all 3 of us, we are very proud about this particular fact.
Exactly, and definitely co-op is a fantastic option for students that they are earning and they are learning and they are getting work experience during their education. So co-op is always the best part of the education, and Canada has such kind of option, and in Brock University they also have. So Ihma, I just need to talk to you in some matters. Actually, Brock, the logo color is very fantastic. They're always following the red color. It's a very deep red. And that for that reason my t-shirt is also some red, and Megha is also wearing that such kind of red outfit. So actually, is there any reason behind it? I mean, any story of red color, any hidden story of red color? Do you know anything about it?
No, I don't know of any story as to why we go with red, but we're very proud to have red as our official color. If you've seen all our programming and all our booklets, it's all all red. But red is a very vibrant color, and it's a good chance for Brock University to stand out.
And the most attractive color, actually, it attracts people a lot.
That's
And
good.
very charming color, definitely. So Hema, I just need to know that actually how you are welcoming your international students in Brock when they are coming to campus, and how you are welcoming them, and what is the procedure that you are maintaining to welcome them.
Yeah, completely. That's a very good question. So we know with COVID-19, students have a lot of questions. So we have a lot of avenues to reach out to students. So starting next week, we're going to be sending out bi-weekly newsletters to all incoming international students, updating them with information like course registration, like their health insurance, like their fees, deadline to pay fees. Additionally, we're going to have live chats daily on our website where students can go from 8 o'clock to 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then they can ask us any questions, and there'll be a member of our Brock International Services team who'll be able to answer all their questions. Throughout the summer months, we're going to be hosting a bunch of webinars with people in our office as well as with campus partners. So webinars that focus on transition to Brock University, how to pay for fees, how to apply for your visa if you're coming to Canada. Also webinars to focus on the academic and language skills aspect. So we know students who are studying in a different country could have like a different academic skills compared to what they need at Brock. So we try to enhance those skills. So like focus on like academic skills, online learning, time management, how to study online and stuff like that. And then we also have some sessions with academic advisors. We have 2 sessions where students can come and ask questions to the advisors about like issues they have, the course registration, or they're not sure what a credit is, or they're not sure what courses to take. And then finally, starting next week also, we're going to phone all international students who are coming to Brock University. So over like the 300, 400 students that will come to Brock University, we're going to call all of them just to make sure that they know that we're here to answer any questions that they have. We just guide them through the steps, like what they need to do between now and starting classes in September. Ask them about their internet speed, ask them about whether they register for courses. So students will check their Brock email, because we just sent out the email today to all students who've accepted and paid their deposits, trying to book an appointment with them to just talk to them and just make sure that they feel comfortable about coming to Brock University. So we're doing a bunch of things throughout the next few months to make sure that students have the smoothest transition to Brock University.
Okay, fantastic. So actually, sir, I just need to I just have some more question to you. That is that suppose Amar is a student over there, and his parents is asking to you, Amar, this is not your question, it's the question to Emma. Like suppose Amar parents wants to know about the progress, academic progress of Amar. Okay, but because Amar is hiding the results and all this. So how do you maintain this?
Well, in this situation, I expect Amar to be doing very well in school, so he'll be able to brag to his parents. But in Canada, we have the third-party authorization. So if students want their parents to have access to like some of their information, students has to grant access to the parents. So it's up to the students to determine if they want to share their results to their parents. It's just part of the rules in Canada that we follow. But in terms of like their grades and stuff, we always provide support to students to make sure that they have the right academic and language support. So we hope that all students that come to Brock University will do well at the university.
Okay, so because I face some question from the parents sometimes that if I'm sending a lot of money to my son, and if he's not utilizing the money properly and not studying and moving around with so many friends and doing funs, and my money is wasting, that. So in that case, how could I track my son or my daughter? Is there any tracking system, like any portal system that where I can see his result, his attendance, and all these things? So I asked you this question actually.
No. That's a good question. I can completely understand why parents are concerned about like how their children are doing at the university. But right now, students have the right to withhold information if they want to withhold information. But I think what we should focus on is the support and services our office offers to students academically, offer them to adapt to the Canadian culture, right? So we never want students to be in a situation in which like they're struggling academically or they're struggling financially. We offer resources from our office. We also advise students if they need any help. So if any student has any questions, they can come to us in our office and we'll assist them to make sure that they get back to the right path.
Exactly. So actually, we are having so many casual questions, so many casual discussions because people need to know, that because all the time we are doing the robotic and the very formal live sessions, but through this live session we are discussing all the things is happening in campus, Actually, Amar is here, Megha is here, Emma is there. You all people are very experienced in that part. So Amar, any experience in Brock that you are memorizing all the time? Any special memories with Brock so far?
Special memories with Brock. I have a lot of special memories because I've been here for 2 years.
Tell one special memory.
Sure. One special memory is going to Niagara Falls at 2 a.m. in the middle of the night. So just
Okay.
go to Niagara Falls, just walk around the falls, just enjoy the lightings, because you have like light festivals that happen in Niagara very often. So we just walk around, just enjoy that. And when walking around the falls, you have the feeling where, like water is splashing onto you. So, you just go in the middle of the night and just...
During night time, the activities are open, or some activities will be closed, maybe because of the night time.
Yeah. So we have like obviously the businesses and all are closed in Niagara Falls, but the falls is a public place, right? It's public sidewalk. So people just walk around the falls, having coffee, because here in the Niagara Falls, I mean everywhere around Canada, Tim Hortons is open. You have like a 24-hour drive-through. So you just go and grab your coffee and just walk around.
Night time with coffee, with the sounds of water falling. Wow, it's like amazing experience.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm sure Ahima knows too. He does that a lot.
Exactly. Sometimes we'll have definitely together. So we have a question, Angel. Some Angel Tehrim Tahira. Okay, I also admission. Yes, you can go for admission. Definitely, you need to talk to prominent. Definitely, you just need to talk with prominent counselor. Will help you out. So Megha, actually now we need to talk about the application process, which is most vital part. What is the application process and what is the application fee? And I know that there is some good announcement by the Brock University to those who are planning to apply recently. So would you please tell something about it?
Yeah, absolutely, sir. So we have a very, it's a very streamlined application process. You can file an application through our internal application. The application fee is 130 Canadian dollars. It's an online application, extremely simple. The process is once you apply, you get a notification from Brock with your campus ID. You activate your portal with that particular campus ID and you upload all your documents. When you've uploaded all your documents, that is when the admission office does the assessment, and you thereafter get a result, or the decision of the admission office. So you would either get an offer letter or you would get a notification from them that maybe you're not eligible for this particular program. Why don't you go in for an alternate program? The reason why I'm trying to highlight this, Syed, is that we are one of those very, very few universities which actually, gives a student an alternate offer. Most of the times when you apply for a particular program, or if that program is full, or if your academic scores are less, you usually get a rejection offer coming in from, the respective university. But in the case of Brock, we've always seen that the admission office goes to the maximum extent to see, which is the other program that we can offer to this particular student. So that's something that I really wanted to outline. Yes, in terms of special announcement, so if you're filing an application through prominent consultants, you would get an application fee waiver for an undergrad program that you're applying for the upcoming fall intake. So we really encourage you, in case if you think that Brock is the right fit for you, if you see a program that we are offering, if you're convinced about why we are different and you really want to kind of like apply for a particular program, we really encourage you to get in touch with the team of prominent consultants. They have been promoting Brock even before I joined Brock, so so they know everything about the application process. Of course, the application fee waiver that we are giving out, it's for very selected students. So you would have to get your profile assessed by prominent consultants, and if that's matching our eligibility criteria, then we would go ahead and we would extend this waiver, to the deserving candidates.
Exactly, but I have some more question relevant to that. Like that people sometimes they could not have IELTS score or Duolingo test score right away. So can they apply conditionally without this score?
Absolutely correct. So I think Brock again, has been issuing conditional offer letters, and this is not because of the recent COVID scenario. I think for the past 1 year, you would have seen that students who have the academic scores and who don't have any kind of English proficiency test scores, to kind of produce, you can always file an application. If your predicted scores are strong, if the admission office is convinced, with what they are seeing, they would be issuing you a conditional offer letter, provided that you match our eligibility criteria. And the condition would be to submit an IELTS score, or maybe a Duolingo score, or maybe a TOEFL or a PT score, at a later stage. This is a score that you can always even upload on your portal before you're filing for the student visa. So once you upload that, then there's a revised offer letter that the admission team would send to you, and that would be for your record purposes. So yes, we do issue conditional offer letters. And once you get an offer letter, in order
Exactly,
to,
and one more. Yes.
yeah, go ahead, Syed.
Yes, please carry on. Yes.
So I was just saying that once you get your offer letter, and in order to accept your offer letter, you have to accept it on the portal and also pay a minimum tuition fee deposit of 1,000 Canadian dollars. And then, you can go ahead and you can file your visa. We don't have any conditions, attached to any of our international students, that you have to pay the tuition fee in full and in advance. So, with a minimum amount of 1,000 Canadian dollars, you are eligible to go ahead and register for your courses. You are eligible to go ahead and file for your visas. Of course, once you register for your courses, in your financial history, you see that what is the amount of fee that you need to pay for the courses that you've registered. And in most of the cases, we see that the students from Bangladesh make that particular payment. So you can make the payment of the tuition fee, semester-wise.
Exactly. So just a quick review of the application process. Like students, you need to have all your academic transcripts, certificates, and a passport to apply, and you can submit your IELTS or score of English proficiency later on. You can apply conditionally, and even if you have the predictive results of class 12, also you can apply with your predictive score, and you can get the conditional offer letter. And once you get the offer letter, you need to pay a deposit of 1,000 Canadian dollar to book to confirm your seat. And after confirming your seat, you can apply for visa. And once you get the visa, then you can plan for your travel arrangement. And so this is how the Brock is working for the application process. So so actually we are in the end of the live session, all of you, and already we have done more than 1 hour of session. So we had to talk a lot. And definitely, Amar, thank you for coming, for joining this live session. And do you have anything to tell all international students, those who are planning to come to Canada? Why? I mean, any suggestion for them, any advice for them, for international students who are choosing Brock and who are not choosing Brock even? I mean, any advice to all of them?
Sure, definitely. So, for people choosing universities, it's a very it's a risk, I would say, right? It can be a very hard task for most of the people. But what I would say is, the best way I suggest is that you make a list of the universities you want to go to, like your best interest, right? And then make sure you kind of write like the advantages and disadvantages of each university. So, say for Brock, it can be, location. We have one of the best co-op programs. We are third in student satisfaction. And disadvantage can be, okay, maybe we're away from crowd and people would like to study more into like the city area. So what I would say is best thing is to make a list and just write the advantages and disadvantages, and go with the option which you feel like where the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. So
exactly,
yeah.
So I think they should research by themselves, and that is the main thing. Okay, so Taslima Ruma, actually she is the parents of our student Tahir, and she already visited your Brock campus, and she stayed, I think, 2 months over there in St. Catherine's with all of our Brock students, our prominent students. She is saying that it was a great, amazing for me to have Niagara and Tim Horton French vanilla coffee with my son at night. So she was, sharing her experience. So definitely, everyone actually loved the campus, the city, everything. Actually, they're loving when they're going. So, Hima, could you please say something? I mean, any thing you would like to discuss before leaving the live session? Any last point? Any last discussion point? Would you like to share?
I think the only thing I want to add is, like, I understand students are concerned with COVID-19, but just be assured that Brock University is doing everything to make sure that students have the smoothest transition to the university. And once they come to university, we'll continue to provide you all the resources that you need for COVID, to navigate like COVID-19. We're looking forward to welcoming you at the university. Like Amar said, we're very fast at responding to student inquiries. If you ever have any questions, you can reach out to Mega, you can reach out to me, you can reach out to Sayed, you can reach out to Amar, and one of us will get the answer for you, right? That's one of the things I like about Brook University. I like we're a community, we're a family. We all work hand in hand together. So thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you at Brook University someday.
Exactly. Just Amar, I just need to talk with some more matters that actually people are very worried about their living expenses over there. No, so they are calculating their living expenses very, they're very strictly. The parents, they have a concern about the living expense. Do you stay in? Are you staying in college? I mean, university campus or out of campus? You're staying?
So I've been staying off campus. I never got a chance to stay on campus. So I stayed off campus. Compared to Toronto and other cities, St. Catherine's rent is pretty cheap.
So how much it is, and how is the average expenses of living?
So I would say if you're going to get a good room, with a shared kitchen and a washroom, it would cost you around $400 to $500, and you are very close to the university. Like I live 2 minutes by bus, the university 2 minutes away by bus, and I pay $440 a month.
Okay. Wow.
And the living expenses is not that bad. To be honest, it's all about how you spend the money. And if you want to go out and buy all the fancy stuff, you might need a budget. But to live an average life, to buy groceries, to eat, to have 3 meals a day, I would say it roughly costs around $200 to $250 every month.
So altogether, it could be 500 to 600 maximum.
Yeah, 500, 600.
Except if they that take food from Burger King or McDonald's or KFC or this thing, except those parts, and watching so many movies, and so apart from that, I think 500 to 600 they can manage.
Yeah,
yes, please.
Sorry. And one of the things is that us as ambassadors, and I'm sure Ahima as the international engagement coordinator, we provide a lot of services for international students coming in. Recently, during the January intake, we had a few Bangladeshi students coming in, and I personally provided personalized support to that group of people to make sure they settle in the Brock community and they settle in the country. And obviously, when you come into a new country, you have a lot of questions, and they need someone to go and talk to. But Brock University, we provide that service to international students, so they have someone to talk to, share however they feel, and we are more than ready to help them.
So is it very easy to get the off-campus, the apartments and all these things? It is quite easier?
Yes, definitely. So we have this page on Facebook called Brock University Off-Campus Housing. It's a public group where when you go to that group, you find a lot of people, a lot of landlords, a lot of house owners listing rooms for rent. So based on the location, you can check the location to the university. So they always mention like, okay, this is 5 minutes away from the university. So that's kind of it makes your search easier and much more convenient.
Exactly. The Ajan is happening in Amar's place. Why it is happening? The Ajan Amar, it is happening.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just stopped it right now.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Okay, Mega. So any final points you need to discuss before leaving?
I think, Syed, we've covered everything. I think it was a very comprehensive session, which was really good because you got the perspective coming in from, Amar. You had a about, initiatives that Rock is taking for the current and incoming students. One thing I would just want to kind of reinstate is that, the kind of support that we are providing. And it's not only really good, it's actually also very personalized. I have been speaking to a lot of my current students who are there. I've been in touch with a lot of students who applied at Brock for the fall intake, and even for the spring intake, for example. We went online with our intake. We didn't cancel our May intake, we went completely online. And one thing that really stood out in my interactions with the current students was that each and every student told me that, yes, I'm in touch with your international student support. And even for the way we are, preparing to kind of like support these students who are coming on campus, trying to understand the kind of concerns that they would have or the parents would have. It's, I think it's really amazing. Every new incoming international student will have a learning coach, attached to him or her. So if I'm a student and I have concerns about, online programming and how it would be, and what if I get stuck, I will have a dedicated person to go to, which I think, is one thing that really stands out. Apart from this, like I always say, any kind of concerns, questions, that you have, and especially to your viewers, they can always get in touch with your team. And if you ever want to arrange any kind of sessions with us, even virtually, we are always available. I miss Bangladesh a lot. I miss all my friends and my colleagues. I wish this phase gets over and I get to see all of you very soon. That's it from my side, Sayed. Thank you for organizing this for us.
Exactly, and we hope so that we'll be meeting very soon, and let's hope for the best. So, Amar, thank you for joining this today's live session. It was really amazing experience with you people, and Hima as well, for a wonderful time, and Megha as well. Actually, the dear viewers, the thing is that Brock is really a very good public university, having a lot of programs in undergrad level and postgrad level, and you can consider Brock as per the quality of education and the fees structure. Fees structure is not so high, and there are a lot of scholarship opportunities as well that you can avail. And today we have invited Amar because of having the real time experience that he is having with Brock, because he said so many things, so many experiences he shared, and I think he is the person who is telling all the things truth, because he's a student, so he will not tell lie. And I also asked him about the negative parts of Brock, so even he said that. So the thing is that you should just do the research about the universities, about the program, and think and decide as per your background, as per your level of finance, and according to that you need to check. Because sometimes you are thinking of University of Toronto, sometimes you are thinking about University of British Columbia. They are really top ranking university, but actually you need to think that whether it suits you or not. That's very important. Whether you can adjust with them or not, it's very important, because they have a class size of more than 200 people. So whether you can adjust with them or not, you need to think about it. So you should think as per your background. That's the important thing. And you have a lot of students in Brock. They have completed their programs in from Brock, and they are doing jobs in the market, in the companies. So they are very happy, they are very satisfied, and we can truly say that Brock is one of the best universities in terms of student satisfaction. So thank you, dear viewers, for watching this live video. This live video will be published in our Facebook page and as well as our YouTube channel. And thank you, Megha, thank you, Amar and Hima, once again. So take care, and we'll be in touch definitely. And so please be here, don't leave the studio. So I'll be connecting you very soon, just after leaving the live session. So dear viewers, stay in home, stay safe, and be positive, and try to research all the things perfectly, and try take help from prominent. And Brock already announced that the application fee waiver for undergrad program, so 130 Canadian dollar you can save if you apply right away to Brock for September intake. So thank you so much. Stay safe, stay home, and Eid Mubarak once again.
Thank you very much for having us today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.